She didn't want me to do it, but I did it anyway. In reply to his question, are you ready to see the funny side yet? His stepmom, Emma Hopkins, we'll get her age in a second, said, not really, no. I fucking had those ashes for 12 years.
The article swears.
Wait, he died 12 years ago? Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town. Townies, we want to thank our sponsor, Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the most fun that I've had, winning up to 25 times my money this football season.
You just select 2 or more players, pick more or less on their projected stats, and place your entry. What you do is you go to prizepicks.com/DPT, use the code DPT for a first deposit match up to $100. That's awesome. Prizepicks.com/DPT, use the code DPT for a first deposit match up to $100. Promo codes all lowercase. Prize Picks, daily fantasy sports made easy. Welcome to another episode of Dumb People Town. Population you. Population O'Brien. Mike O'Brien. Welcome to the show.
What's up, guys?
Thanks so happy to have you.
I'm so excited to do it.
Yeah, I mean, let's talk about dumb people.
Kind of skirting around having me for years.
We've been wanting it for years. That's true.
Well, I kept requesting POV,
and we kept saying
I didn't
no.
realize.
Dan kept requesting. We said no. And he needs to create more quality shows on TV and participate in things. You were so busy. You're like, I'm doing AP Bio. I'm doing this and that. You were busy being successful, and we couldn't get to you, and now we got you.
Yeah, and a pandemic and a strike freed me up a little bit.
Yeah, all of us. Isn't that weird how that happened?
Yeah, we have many connections. Second City with Daniel.
Yeah.
Ann Arbor.
Also, some of my favorite stuff on SNL.
Of course.
Shorts, man.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Hilarious.
So
We're fans. And
fans first, but connections next. And now you're here with us, and we get to just break down dumb behavior. I got a dumb story.
Great. I think we jump right into it.
Let's jump right in, and then we'll find out what you got going on, which is an amazing podcast with our buddy Brad Morris. But we'll talk about that later.
Everybody's
First story.
buddy.
First story sent in by I almost did her Twitter handle, Carlene McDermott at Shebe Carlene.
Thank you,
wonderful.
Carlene.
The way to do it is you just tweet at Daniel Van Kirk, at Sklar Brothers, hashtag Dumb People Town. That lets us know when you found the story. And this one was sent in by Carlene McDermott. Okay, you ready? Here's the headline. Okay. Son loses dad's ashes in Tesco bag for life after several-hour booze-filled bender.
I love that they shaded him a little and be like, hey, just so you know, you've lost these
for life.
Right.
Yeah, they're gone.
In death.
How do we know that he's not going to get
How do you know
back?
that that's not what your dad wanted you to do?
What's a Tesco bag?
Yeah, what is that?
Tesco's like a supermarket in.
It's like a Dwayne Reed?
Or like
where should I put dad's ashes?
The Meijer?
Throw them in a Tesco bag.
It's like a Meijer?
Yeah, it's like a Meijer. I mean, it's more like
Eagles for
We're
my
probably going to find out, but were they loose in there?
just straight up. Okay.
So it's like the Jewels.
The story comes to us from the Mirror in the UK. All right, a shamefaced son. I mean,
there's a lot of op-ed in this.
Shamefaced son.
Shamefaced son opened for They Might Be Giants.
That's
and
right.
I didn't feel that it was a good pairing, but I saw them again later.
Dude,
I am
Shamefaced
just your
Son does
shamefaced.
sound like a 10,000 Maniacs song from that first album.
Yeah,
Hey,
and I think
Jack
he was
Kerouac.
shameful-bodied.
Shamefaced son is perfect for any Irish band because you don't talk about it. You're just shamefaced.
Yeah.
Let me have 2 blue moons and a shamefaced son.
Yeah, it also sounds like a line from Banshees of Inisherin. But I don't like him. He's shamefaced.
He's shamefaced. The regret-hipped daughter. Anyway, all right. Shamefaced son has appealed for help in finding his dad's ashes. That's bad too. When you're like, hey, has anybody seen a Tesco's bag filled with somebody?
Oh, that's better because I thought he spilled them and I'm like, you think you're gonna be
lost?
I'm
They're
not
gone,
an
dude.
idiot. I tied the top.
The writers already decided they're gone forever. So
Right.
what's he bothering?
Right, the writer's
Not
just
even like
flat
there's no
out.
hope. There's no hope for this writer.
It's like a parent. You're gonna go out and look for your bike. Don't bother. It's gone. Are you even
gone.
gonna go look?
It's gone.
Well, I don't.
Well,
you just
do you
said
want me
it's-
to look or not? Yeah, don't bother. In finding his dad's ashes, which he lost in a Tesco bag for life. Again. The for life.
I lost that for life.
I think this writer's related to the dad.
Yeah.
For life.
This is
after,
written by his uncle.
Are you happy about that? You happy?
after quote. So this is where you're like, this guy's dumb. After quote, one last trip to the beach turned into a how many hour pub crawl.
I feel like you just read the back of a VHS. After one last trip to the beach turned into a
Michael found out what a real pub crawl was all about.
and I'll give it with my
Holiday
answer.
weekend at Bernie's.
I'll give it with my answer. After one last trip to the beach turned into a 9-hour pub crawl.
Okay, what do you think? After one, you got to do it with that voice. You got to do it.
Okay. Fuck.
You got your number? Do you have your number?
Fine, Jay. You want to go
one
second?
last trip to the beach. It turned into a 18-hour pub
Wow.
crawl.
I mean,
That's
it can happen.
That's a serious pub crawl.
But if they're
That's
going
a
to
crawl.
mention it, I feel like,
okay.
it can't be like 2.
After one last trip to the beach turned into a 14-hour pub crawl.
full day.
Okay,
Diff.
get your answers in, townies, because after one last trip to the beach, one of you is exactly right. Oh. So now we get to play Do You Think You're Right?
You
You're
gonna
going to
stick with
stick
you?
with 18 or you're
I'm
going to...
shamefaced about
So
mine.
shamefaced, where do you jump
where do you
to
wanna go
another
to?
one? 9 or 14?
I'm staying with 9.
I'm going 14.
Okay. You can stay where
I'm
you are?
staying with 14.
Okay, after one last trip to the beach turned into a 9-hour
Daniel.
Oh, that feels good.
I was going to
Danny,
jump to you.
Hey, think of college. Just ballpark. What is the longest drinking day you've ever done? But I'll give you time.
St. Patrick's.
It's mine too. It's Chicago St. Patrick's Day starting at 6 a.m. South Side. I ended up at one point. I was drinking. I think off Diversey, and I'm all back on the night. I was drinking at a Chipotle because they served margaritas.
Yeah.
Stop it.
And I think I went until I got to a point. We were in a place called Chi-Town Tap on Lincoln, and I know this is a lie, guys. Don't get me wrong. It's just dumb Midwestern. I looked at Bradford and Corey, and I said, I think I've drunk myself sober. I don't. I don't feel anything anymore.
Well.
I'm just going home.
You could be drunk too and not feel anything anymore.
Yeah, we used to kind of drink for the full 24 hours of we would do improv for 24 hours. It was for
yeah.
charity.
Yeah. Letters
yeah.
to Santa.
But you
I've had
kinda-
some long, but I
kinda
didn't
have
start till
waves of-
late.
Yeah.
I mean, it's how much are you drinking at each place is kind of the thing
Right.
too. St. Patty's Day.
So you've
I
done
did-
on and off for 24 hours.
Yeah.
Like on and off. Like, all right, I'll have another one. Little Bailey's in the coffee at some point.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think
Those were
we've
great
done
nights.
St. Patty's Day.
Probably
I think
12 hours.
I did a 9 to 6 one time. That 9 hours. I mean, that's a
also a good
long
night's
time.
sleep.
All right, Stan Blade. That's his name.
No. Stan Blade?
Stan Blade.
Blade.
All right,
Stan Blade.
Stan Blade.
Stan Blade planned to make a TikTok video of himself visiting pleasure rides at Southend, Essex, with dad Stephen Jewett's ashes as a final farewell, but instead visited the Dodgems on Southend Pier with his dad. Let's do this at the end. We'll get his age at the end. And bumped into a group of old pals and ended up on a pub crawl.
His or his dad's, though? His pals.
His pals, and
Yeah.
ended up in a pub crawl.
What are you doing? I'm about to scatter my eye. Fuck
Get
that.
over
Come
here.
on and have a
That's
couple.
not important.
What are your next 9 hours? Now I noticed his dad's name isn't Blade.
Yeah,
that's just Stan.
That's
is
a
like
telltale.
That's his. You
I'm
mean
gonna
that's a
start-
pen name? You think?
Which is
so.
why he went to go do the rides, because that's what his dad did with him during like his visitation time.
Right,
That
right.
was the weekends
Right.
with the dad.
Dan, his
Stephen Jewett.
his most convincing friends like, let me ask you something. He gonna be dead in 9 hours. You can come. By the way, they're British, and Jay's making them from.
He's still going to be dead in 9 hours.
If I
Your
know
dad's
I
going
know
to
your
be dead
dad.
done.
He liked to do 2 things: beat the shit out of you and drink. So tonight we're doing both.
We're doing it for him. He's still going to be ashes in 9 hours.
Because we've all had times on the road where you've either gone to a bar or gone to even fucking breakfast with your luggage with one bag, and it is the most. Oh shit! I forgot my luggage. Like it's the most. Can you guys keep this here? This dude's doing this with a bag of ashes.
a Tesco's bag of ashes.
And getting more and more impaired.
And more drunk.
Yeah, and-
right? It's not just time.
Yeah.
It's reduction of facilities.
And you know when they
Drunk-faced at that
faculties.
point.
Drunk face instead of
When they
shamefaced.
saw him, you know they were like, Blader! Blader! Dude, the Bladester's here, dude.
So
we
shamefaced and
cutting
the
it
Blade's on.
tonight, dude.
Shameface might just be flushed from being drunk.
Yeah, he's just beer red.
Sure.
Sometime during the drink, Stan misplaced the shopping bag containing a wooden casket which held the ashes of his dad.
Wait, so we're out of the bag?
It was in
I
a
think they never
wooden
mentioned
casket.
from the beginning. They had us believing that it was just a loose bag.
Loose
But
bag.
this is
of-
even crazier.
I know, wooden casket.
And you know he's drinking for free.
That's
You're
right.
doing a pub
Yeah.
crawl, and you have a
I
casket
got
with
my
you.
dad in
Yeah,
here.
You're not getting charged.
Wait. But putting ashes in a casket is kind of a funny, thing that you've I will not be buried. I will not be buried. Where should we put these ashes?
In a tiny
mini casket.
And then lower into a tiny hole.
See, that would be this, by the way, is the plot of Downsizing, right?
It is weird because big casket, you just go, somebody died. Small casket, you're like, oh my God, a child.
But can I just
tiny
say,
casket,
what's the
then
difference?
it starts being funny.
Right.
This is almost like a Family Guy.
Tiny
bit. If you go far enough, you're like, this is hilarious.
Right. And I think the dad who's the biggest should be in the smallest casket. In the
Tiny casket being loaded in.
All right.
Wasn't that an Elton John song?
Lower me down your tiny
No,
casket.
you should have held that tiny casket closer.
He only discovered his blunder after finally arriving home just after midnight on Saturday, March 18th, after having drunk how many
So he started at 10 a.m.
How many tins of Stella and how many pints of lager? Tins of Stella, I don't know what that is.
Probably a
can
Can.
of Stella.
Can.
Can of
Yeah.
Stella and how many pints of lager?
According to who? Him?
Yeah, I mean that might
So
not
he
you gotta
started-
double
The
it.
narrator might not be
Yeah.
So
reliable.
he started at 3 p.m. He left after the luncheon.
Yeah.
I like that he only had 2 types of beer and that the writer separate. Just say how many beers he
Right,
had.
just have many beer, but some are tins
or pints.
Tins or
Yeah.
pints. Tins might be big. They might be the ginormous
Oh, like a
cans.
Foster's type?
Yeah, like a little mini keg of whatever it is.
Well, yeah, or at least maybe it means like that, like a 16 ouncer,
Yeah, maybe.
which is a pint as well.
How many tins of Stella? How many pints of lager?
Can I just give you the total number?
Yeah,
I'm gonna go.
but I want you to break it up too.
Okay, fine. I'm gonna go 3 and 7.
3 and
for a
7.
total of 10.
Mike,
I'll
what do you think?
go 9 tins and 1 Stella. He didn't like.
He didn't like
never
it. He
tried
went
it.
back to the tins. So he went 8 tins, didn't like it, went back to the tin.
I also didn't drink them all. I poured a
I
little out.
poured a little
every
bit
time,
out
every
for
time.
my
It's not
dad.
like I drank them all.
Who I don't know where his mini casket is. Go ahead.
Dude, this guy's drunk. I'm going to say 8 and 9 hours.
Yeah.
10 and 10.
10 and 10. All right,
20.
get your answers
10,
in,
guys.
townies.
10.
Because this Blade, Stan
Chain-faced.
Blade,
Stan Blade.
6 tins of Stella and 5 pints of lager
11.
in a couple of pubs.
Hey,
he
Dan.
confessed to his irate stepmom, Emma Hopkins, who had previously told him he could not take the ashes out of the home.
Don't take the ashes.
She's like, do not take this out.
You're gonna run into your stupid friends.
What's going to happen? I've got him in a shopping bag. What's the worst?
What, you think I'm gonna hurt him? He's dead.
Also, stepmom.
can't hurt any of us
At this
anymore.
point, you're not listening to your stepmom.
Yeah.
You're not
At
my
that
real
point,
mom.
Oh, I'd go years back. Where the
But
point
you
was.
really got nothing that's keeping. This is just a woman in your house.
right? Who got all your dad's stuff?
Right. Musician Stan. That's, again, Stan
That's where
Blade
the
is his
blade.
musician
That's where the blade
name.
comes in. That's where the fucking blade
Yeah,
comes
it's
Blade,
in.
musician.
electric guitar
Yep.
player.
Yeah,
right.
right.
For-
It's solo prog rock. So I came home and all instrumental. No one wants to hear that. It's like Weather Report. I came home and my stepmom asked, "Where's your dad?" Dead? I don't even know what to say. She was not pleased with me at all, and I do not blame her. That's good.
All
He took
right.
No
responsibility.
shit, dude.
Fair.
He added, "My dad was a really funny bloke, and he would have absolutely loved the idea of me riding a roller coaster with his ashes at his side." So he's now riding roller coasters.
Yeah, no, because he never made
that
it
was the
there.
original. Yeah.
He had a good sense of humor, so I just wanted to do something to pay tribute to that, as I haven't visited my hometown in a while. So now this is just about him going doing shit in his hometown.
Yeah.
He comes home. The idea was to take him to the beach, go on all the bumper cars, get an ice cream. You know, all the stereotypical things you do at a beach.
Could you imagine,
Ride the bumper
guys,
cars,
bumper
put your dad in a
cars.
tiny casket.
You put your kid in the bumper car and you're like, hit the guy with the casket.
and then it's like a plume of smoke in your kid's face. Like LeBron getting ready to go on the court. Well, your dad's in his final resting place. Where's that? The floor of the bathroom of the Thirsty Crow.
Or you just see the plume and you're like, the fuck kind of gender reveal is that? They're having a gray kid.
Great.
We don't know. All right, gender.
We're going to
non-binary.
let our kid be what they want, but we're still, then why even do the gender reveal?
We're not defining it. So he's supposed to eat ice
That was
cream.
the ideal version too. Was he rides bumper cars with a
that's
thing
the
of ashes?
Right,
That
so
was
he's like, I'm
before
riding
it got
bumper car.
derailed.
Loosen the
But I
top.
ended up bumping into friends and getting drunk along the seafront. After realized his dad was missing, Stan went straight back to scour every pub he'd been with the friends, but no one had seen his dad. All right, if you see a bag,
This is a movie. This is like a Harold and Kumar
finding
type. Yeah,
finding my dad's ashes.
Let's write it, Mike.
This is like a drunken adult Finding Nemo. He last saw the wooden casket holding his dad's ashes near Adventure Island on the seafront. He then made a TikTok appeal for information about whereabouts the ashes. In the video, he made the same title saying "Missing Person." Stan explains that he was visiting his hometown from Leicester, where he now lives, to see family and friends when he came up with the idea. Still slurring in the video. I mean, come on.
We open on him coming home. She says, "Where's
Dad?
Where's Dad?"
Oh,
he goes,
shit.
"Leave me alone." Oh shit. Then a super fast hyper rewind, and then the movie starts with him heading to the beach.
Right. Still slurring in the video of the ball crawl. I convinced my stepmom to do a TikTok. I thought it would be funny. You don't
There's
get nothing
nothing
fun
funny.
out.
Wait,
Fun.
so she's in the beginning, reluctantly?
Yeah. Put him in
Crouched.
the Dodge 'em cars. Put him in the big wheel. Give him a kiss me quick hat and stick of rocks and stuff. What do you think a kiss me quick hat is?
I don't know. I felt like you were reading weird Shakespeare. Double, toil and trouble. A hat with
If you
sticks.
told me a
quick
kiss me
hat.
quick hat is a condom, I would believe you.
Kiss
What is a
yeah.
kiss? What is a kiss me quick hat?
I think it's
British
literally
for-
what it is.
What I have to
It says
choose.
"Kiss me quick."
Yes.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
And a stick of rock and stuff. I don't know what a stick of rock is. That's crack cocaine.
At
Right?
this point, I think he's a witch. I have no idea.
She didn't want me to do it, but I did it anyway. In reply to his question, "Are you ready to see the funny side yet?" His stepmom, Emma Hopkins, we'll get her age in a second, said, "Not really, no. I fucking had those ashes for 12 years."
The article swears.
Wait, he died 12 years ago?
I'm sorry.
This kid is now getting around to this?
He's now doing the bumper cars.
That would have been the greatest guess ever, Rand. Not to shame-face
Sorry.
you, but you saying how recently
No,
had
sorry.
the dad died.
I was doing ages. but
None of us would have
quotes
guessed
are so
12
good.
years.
No.
Wait, she swore
are
in
all
the
of her quotes.
newspaper. They started out. They starred. These are her quotes.
Yeah, start again with her.
He says to her, "Are you ready to see the funny side?"
This is in the
yet?"
TikTok.
And then she says, "No, not really. No, I fucking had those ashes for 12 years. I told you not to take them to the seafront.
this movie
All
is
you
like
want to do is do things on TikTok." That's what she told me.
But also, when she's mad later on, 9 hours later, I'm going, you said you're sick of having these fucking ashes. I think I gave you what you really hoped for.
Wait. She's using this ashes thing as a referendum of how much she's on TikTok. All you do is get on TikTok.
Let's talk about China. All right. Stan's dad, Stephen Jewett, died in 2011 at age, we'll find out, from complications from alcohol abuse. I wonder if it got passed
Oh,
on.
well,
If his ashes
he
aren't-
disappeared doing what he loved.
Too many
So
tins.
this is my favorite thing. If his ashes aren't found soon, Stan says he'll report him missing to the police.
You can't do that.
No,
Can you do that?
he's been missing for 12 years. I mean,
And that's just dead. He's been missing from
When
your
did
life a lot longer, I think.
When
And
did
that's
you
why-
last see him? Alive?
13 years ago.
2011.
yeah.
All right.
Musicians and comics,
he
you
was
could just
so-
ask him who left.
He was
So
saying,
here's-
"Bring me one more tin."
Okay. So there's
If
so
I
mu-
drink
I mean,
one
so
more
much of this.
tin, I'm
The fact
gonna
that we
end
haven't-
up losing you.
The fact that we haven't made a Dust in the Wind reference at this point. The movie's called Dad's in the Wind.
That's in the wind.
It's very "Dude, where's my car?"
Yes.
Dude, where's my dad?
They drank too much and lost their car, I believe.
Yes.
The Hangover just ripped that off.
He
by the
drank
way.
too
When we
much
blue
of them.
skied in the room, we'll figure this all out.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
So we got to figure out how old. Okay. So how old? Let's start with him. Son. How old is the son who lost the? Okay.
His dad been dead for 12 years.
Yep.
Come on.
I had him
He's still
early
dealing-
20s until that.
And he's still dealing with the stepmom, and he's still drunk enough to go out and be an idiot. I'm going to go 33 years old.
Mike, what do you think?
Jesus,
Scottie
I
Pippen.
was feeling something like that too.
Take it.
I'll
Go either way. You can-
I'll go 30.
30. Jay, what do you think?
27.
All right, get your answers
Oh,
in
you left him
townies
young.
because this man, Stan Blade, musician, shamefaced, 39 years old.
Oh my God.
How
take the
old
win.
was the dad when he died in 2011? Stan Jewett.
Well, it was 12 years ago, and he was
I can't believe
29.
Blade lives with his stepmom 12 years after the
After
dad
the fact.
died.
Music career's
he
not
doesn't
going
live
to
there.
rain.
He lives in Leicester and he's coming back
He just
home.
does his TikToks
He's
there.
staying right, exactly.
Right, that's right.
It's just a place to do his content.
I'm going to say that he was 51.
51 when he died? What do you think when he died?
So 63 now? Because he's a missing person now.
Right.
I'll say It takes a little while, I assume, to drink yourself to death. I'll go.
But you do have a 27-year-old kid.
55. What do you
That's
think?
right.
I think he's 58. He would
Okay.
be 70 now.
Yeah, but I mean, he was
I don't even
58
remember what I
in
said.
20 okay.
In 2011.
I said 51.
In 51, 55, 58, get your answers in, townies, because Mr. Jewett, when he died, was 60 years old.
Oh!
Wow.
Very nice.
There you go, Jay.
Now,
Too young, guys. Don't do it. Don't drink yourself for fun. Not for
now,
pain.
tell me how old Emma Hopkins, the stepmom, is now. And then
He's
we'll
been
go.
gone 12 years.
Yep. He was 60. How old is she now?
60.
Okay, what do you think?
67.
I think she was 48.
26. I think she was
Like
younger.
13 years younger than him. 26. So you're saying she was 18 when he was dating her at 60?
No, that wouldn't even.
Yeah.
He'd be she'd be 14,
Or
12 years ago.
right.
14,
But
okay.
it's England.
Okay, fine. There you go.
King's
Get
Law.
your answers
King's
in,
Law.
townies. Emma Hopkins is 49 years old.
Oh my God!
37
track.
back
He was 30.
60 to 37. She's a stepmom, so
Yeah.
she's number 2
Yeah.
Or 4.
or 4. Yeah, we don't even know that, but that's what it is. And I just thought that was a hilarious.
That is
Oh
a
my
story.
Lord,
It's
I'm so
crazy.
fun.
I
Right,
think
all right.
I'm
Dan's
next.
got story number
he's
2.
older
I
than his
should have
stepmom.
story 2.
Dan's got story number
He's
2.
older than. Well, no, he was. No, I messed it all up.
Dan, you got story number 2.
Oh,
we're
I
gonna
do?
come back. We're going to find out about the podcast that Mike is doing
Plus
with our
your
buddy.
plugs.
Yeah, our plugs in the podcast Mike's
People
doing
need
with
to
our
know.
buddy Brad Morris.
Morris.
It's so much fun. I love it. We'll be right back. Dumb People Town. Mike O'Brien. We'll see you in a minute. Hey guys, welcome back to the show.
Welcome
Mike
back.
O'Brien is with us. We're so happy. We're going to find out about and talk about his podcast, and everybody just say one thing they love about Brad Morris, who is his co-host. We'll do that in a second. First, let's tell them what we have going on, Jay.
Yeah, I'm not sure when this is dropping, but
Say end October, early November.
Yeah, so early November, we've got on November 6th, we're doing another Tag It at Largo, and I believe Kumail's going to be on that show and a few other wonderful folks. So that's really fun. That's where
Nice.
we tag people's jokes and show that comedy is a community. Really collaborative and fun. And then
So
we're going to
great.
be at the Blue Room in Springfield, Missouri on the 9th and 10th, or 10th and 11th. And then on the 12th, we'll be in New York at the New York Comedy Festival doing our 2-man show, which we did out here at Dynasty Typewriter, which we really love. And hopefully
I loved it.
figuring out a way to maybe do a run of that show, maybe in New York, like a lengthy
I mean,
run.
hopefully, if we get asked to do Moon Tower again, you guys will do it there too.
I mean,
It's
that
such a
would-
great space for it. They've done stuff like that before.
That would be really
we would
fun.
love it. So that, and then we're going to be in Cleveland December 1st and 2nd, and a bunch of other dates. Portland,
Cleveland's such a great
Portland, Seattle, back to Denver at Comedy Works at the end of January, beginning of February. Mark Ridley's Comedy Castle at the end of February, beginning of March. And then of Moon. Oh, what are we doing? Back to. We haven't even mentioned this. We're back at the beginning of April in Minneapolis at the Great Acme Comedy Company, and then Moon Tower, and then maybe Alaska with Gary Goldman in May. So good stuff happening all around. Supersklars.com to find out for that. Join our Patreon. Join this Patreon, which
Oh
is
my
so
God,
much
this Patreon
fun.
is so much fun.
And
anything can happen. It's only $5 a month.
it's so much fun. All right, Mike, let's talk about the podcast. Please, and we all love Brad Morris, one of the great improvisers and best character people. His drill down in the specifics of a character is maybe one of the best.
It's so Clive Owen. Like, it's just small moves that have huge reactions.
impact.
Truthful and funny.
Yeah.
He's one of the rare
And also,
people
like, you
who
guys experience this in St. Louis, and I'm sure you do too. I have places and things I go when I'm in Chicago, and you'll bring somebody new, and they'll be like, "Oh, so you're like the mayor of this?" And I go, and I'm always like, "No, that guy's name is Brad Morris."
Yes.
I just know people here.
Yes.
It's truly who I bring up if anyone's ever like, who are you around in Chicago? I'm like, you know Brad, I'm sure.
It'll go generations.
Yeah.
Yes. It could be well after you left or well after you got there.
Yeah.
Like, love
Yeah.
Brad Morris.
Yeah, he's great. So we've been improvising together since 2000 and multiple different teams and Second City and everything. And this podcast this is a high concept thing that you don't have to know any of to listen to the podcast, but it's a prequel to a pilot we wrote of these two idiot guys. They have a travel show where they just talk about travel. It's a really bad show. This is in the pilot.
Sure.
This is in the future. And the show gets canceled, but the FBI makes it keep going because the sound guy is a serial killer that they're closing in on.
And do they know it?
And so they're told that these are not going to air, but we have to keep things normal till we finally have enough evidence on this guy. And
So
they're
good.
just idiots, and they don't care about the murdering. They're like, well, we get to make more of this show, and we're going to make it so good that
That's
it's
great.
undeniable. So these are podcasts of us with very funny guests. We'd love to have you guys next
sure.
season.
Dude, heartbeat, man.
And we interview them about packing and the best place to eat here or there. And then it's always revealed that there's been another murder among our podcast staff.
The
and all
ticking time bomb is that there's a serial killer in our midst.
Yes.
And it's the sound guy.
So
That is so funny.
Have you ever had where like one of you showed up late and the other one was very worried that it was finally them?
we
Why you weren't here for 10 minutes?
I didn't bring
but
my
you
phone.
can't
My phone's-
say in the room why
My
you
phone's
were
all
so-
out of
Right,
juice.
right.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, God, I was
Super weird.
panicking. And we have the same recording engineer as you guys, Aaron, and we were like, does Aaron get murdered at some point? If so, we just need then Aaron to always go by a different name. But
Yeah, that's so
so
funny
fun.
because we
Yeah.
still need Aaron to do it.
Right.
But
that
you
is-
play it straight.
yeah, it's always like
what
a really sad day at the podcast, and there's a Chad size hole, and we give a little quick eulogy, and it's
so
always like, we just found this out. It was just last night. He was strangled in his car right outside in the parking lot
weird.
here.
So strange.
And the guests are always like, what is this part?
And then the great thing about having comics, like even though I don't know if it's I would be as myself or as a character, but I can really speak to travel and packing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So you can really talk about it while also playing the game of the show.
And luggage, the various types
Yeah,
of luggage.
yeah.
What's the best type of luggage and what's the best way to pack? I could get into
they
that.
both get that it's dumb, and they have strong opinions about, they're characters, but they're always like, oh, I've just wanted to talk about how weird the Denver airport is or something.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Why is it so far away? What are they doing underground?
Why do we have
Right.
one line?
It's
one line.
One line.
Just so everybody knows.
Security
Dude,
line.
we're
Security line
flying out of
better.
Denver.
I'm
There's
TSA
one line.
pre-check and clear, and I'm still waiting 45
It'll
days.
move faster than
What
you
is-
think, but it
what
will
is worse,
scare you when you walk in.
security line at the Denver airport or the check-in line for Delta in Detroit? It's
Is that horrible?
Oh, yeah.
terrible. The
Terrible.
worst.
Yeah.
Terrible. The worst. See,
Yeah,
both.
I'm there constantly. DTW.
So the title of the podcast, so people can
is
find
business trips.
Business
Yeah.
trips.
Didn't say that. And it's everywhere you get podcasts. We do a video version on YouTube. We're early in releasing them, but check it out.
Great. I love it.
Please
Business
do.
trip. So when this gets released, you will have released a few more, and so it'll all be good. I love that. Jump in on that
in.
podcast.
Water's
Business
warm.
trips. I love it. Daniel, you got a story? Let's jump in.
Yes. Guys,
What?
somehow I put in a story I already did.
What?
I
No,
know.
Dan.
That's okay. I think I have a backup.
You got a backup?
You can leave this
oh my
in.
God.
I don't care.
Well, we don't care. this happens sometimes.
I know.
So as Dan's searching around, what I wanted to say about what I think is, I think like you can play the character of like a Midwestern, specifically Michigan, upper UP dad who is like flustered by the minutia of the world. I'm like, there is nobody to play it any better than, like, if we were ever writing that character, I'd be like, he can do this.
Yes.
In his
All right.
sleep.
Overwhelmed by the basics of life.
Yeah.
right.
It's super fun. And apparently people tell me I have an accent. They're like,
Yeah, I
you
love
can
your
hear the
accent.
Michigan. I'm like, I can't hear that. But
I love it.
You have it.
must
You have
Yeah.
it in a great way. You've got it. In
I have
way
it on
that's
a word.
specific.
I have a specific word that I don't even know how to say correct.
Uh-huh.
It's calendar.
Calendar.
And I've had people go
calendar. Calendar.
calendar.
Calendar.
I just
Colander.
can't.
To say it correct, you have to whisper it.
Yeah, yeah.
Calendar.
Yeah. It's like people who can't sing low volume because you can't. You go high, it's out.
Yeah, it's out. Our buddy Josh Levitsky from Chicago, or he's from DC but lives in Chicago. He said that our tell of our St. Louis accent is when we say we have to do something.
I have to do it.
I have to do it.
I have to
You
do
do.
it.
That is your
to do it.
that-
He
that
has
never
to do
goes away. For me, it's just calendar.
She has to
I don't
do
go.
it.
I don't say hat.
I have to do it.
I don't say dad.
A half hour, 45 minutes.
Yeah, I know.
All right,
That's
go
you
ahead.
turned me on. Okay, I found it. I found one.
Great.
We got
We
one.
got it.
We got
We got
one.
it.
We got
See,
one.
we made it
Everybody.
back there.
Send it by Brew Pounder at Brew Pounder.
Thank you.
Just say
Could,
you're from
could have been the guy from the last
Yeah,
story.
it sounds like-
How many tins of Stella did he
Brew
pound?
Pounder, also my favorite actor on The Wire.
Yeah.
This is
CC
a
Brew Pounder.
this is a fun little story. I can't say I had it locked and loaded for a 2, but I bet we'll have fun
CCH
for it.
Pounder.
Akron man steals pickle patrol mobile.
What?
Yes.
Pickle patrol
So is it a giant pickle?
I'm assuming, yeah, it's like a hot dog shaped.
It's like the wiener schnitzel.
Or do they go around to pickleball courts and get? Okay,
Dan, let me see
got
it.
it.
It's just a green van.
It's just green.
But
Pickle
does
Patrol.
it try and make sure that people aren't injuring other people on
That's what I'm
pickleball
saying.
courts?
Doesn't patrol mean I'm against the thing I'm patrol? Like crime patrol.
I've been deputized.
You're not-
Lay on the ground and put the pickle on your back.
Crime patrol isn't out there committing crime.
No.
Pickle patrol would be like, hey, you guys got pickles in this house?
Pickle-
Right? No pickle street eating.
They just, Dan, as they're driving by.
Pickle people is what you should go.
Is that a pickle in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
Well, we're going to
said that?
take you down, sir.
Pickle patrol.
Pickle
Step
patrol.
step away from the dill.
Akron, Ohio,
Okay.
has shown up recently in
A
the town.
lot. And I've once eaten, by the way, a full jar of mini dill pickles.
Dude.
In one sitting. Yeah.
I go crazy with pickles.
I've straight forked some dill discs. Just and
Yeah.
Dill discs.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
did a little
the
hamburger
sandwich.
pickle.
Yeah.
You guys ever go with they're thin, but they're the like they
Spears?
went
The
they,
spears?
They, yeah, like
Spears.
they.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. It's like instead of
What's the julienne? Like they julienne.
Right, they julienne. Instead of going the fat way, they went the
Yes.
long way.
You 2 of those on a burger.
Yeah.
You're getting so much mass.
I don't think I
coverage
get
on your
so.
pickle.
So
At a
part of
nice-
it for me is with a pickle, and my mouth is watering as I'm saying this.
I love a pickle. You go
is
sweet
the,
dill.
The crunch.
Sweet dill is unbelievable.
No.
The little
Wait,
sweet.
so you do love a sweet?
No,
Not a sweet
the
dill, but
crunch.
it's
kosher dill or new pickle or garlic flavored. Oh,
all those I love, but recently I've had like it's almost like a cucumber in sort of a sweet sauce
Oh,
that's
yeah.
like from like a Thai food thing that comes
Yep.
with like
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
Like
it's
in
pickled.
satay.
It's
Satay, yeah.
pickled. Okay, got
What
it.
are we lacking that we crave pickles? Because that's a big pregnancy thing too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
pickles
it
and
is.
ice cream.
But if we're all thinking about pickles in this way, like what is it, salt or something? Or-
Definitely salt.
and like there's
got
a
if a
there's
good
a
one has a great
tangy
mouth
Vinegar,
feel.
the vinegar,
There's
the vinegar.
growing up, and I would still do it to this day. I just haven't since I was a kid. The Princeton Flea Market, Princeton, Wisconsin. You can go listen to Thanks Diane if you want more of that content. But they, you would just buy a full pickle,
Right.
And then you're just walking around just
Yeah.
a
So
kid.
my kids,
oh my God, that's a meal.
My kids at Disneyland, you can get pickles.
Oh, I
They
didn't know
would
that.
go to Disneyland and get a pickle, like
Pickle on a stick.
No, it's just like
And
Dan
it's so
said.
gratifying to bite into it.
Yeah.
It's like biting. It's like you're Ozzy Osbourne biting off the head of a bat.
Right.
Which I
You know,
wish
do
you
I
would.
want a turkey leg for that? No, I'm just gonna go
want
with
a pickle?
Potbelly's has had those
I mean-
huge pickles, and yeah, your stomach. If you picture the size of your stomach, it's just bigger than the pickle.
Right.
Right.
You're like,
You're
how are we
90%
fitting all this content
I mean,
in here?
what a pickle does to a Cubano sandwich.
Oh,
Or
I
Chicago
agree.
dogs.
Chicago
You know, the
Dags.
spear.
Yeah.
Spear.
Okay, the
Yeah.
spear, my friend. This made-up phrase: "Drag it through the garden." Nobody said that.
Drag it
I've never heard
through
that
the
before. The bear. Okay, not that they're not saying it down in Bensonville. Okay, Akron, Ohio. The Akron Pickle, a company that specializes in everything pickle.
Okay.
I don't.
So
pickled
what is that?
onions, Pickle, probably your pickle
Pickles
everything,
in your
everything.
anus? What is
I
it?
still think you should pickle patrol. I scare people.
I know.
Wants people to know that if they saw their prized pickle patrol mobile driving erratically on Tuesday afternoon, it wasn't them behind the wheel.
Right. We can't.
They're
It's
doing,
like when
they're doing
someone
damage control.
like when
Yeah.
someone gets a hold of your Twitter.
My
That's not
Twitter,
me.
my pickle mobile got hacked.
They have a way that they drive the pickle patrol.
Right.
And
Yeah.
it was not being driven that way.
Slow
I
and
also-
steady.
It's all over the place, making lane changes
I
here
also
and
want
there.
the pickle patrol to be a pickle version of an ice cream truck, but it's just Steely Dan music instead of.
Dun, 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 dun. I saw your pickle.
It's just
I keep it
middle-aged
with-
guys hear the song. And it's like kids with their
shit.
It's like, "How's pickle?"
My favorite foreign movie.
Akron police confirm the company's delivery truck was stolen and went for a wild ride. This isn't cars. The truck doesn't have a feeling about it. You know what I mean?
This looks like and from the picture you showed me, it looks like a VW bus, but the Wagoneer one, which is like early '80s. That
You know what I
style.
think it is? If you look
It's
at
like a
this
Sprinter
pic,
van.
I think it's an
Ambulance.
ambulance.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, old ambulance.
That they
is
just
their-
painted green.
Put that
pickle-
pickle on a stretcher.
Pickle version
What are
of
his vitals?
Bringing out the dead.
Get the pickle paddles out.
According to police, a delivery driver for the company
Clear.
was unloading items from the van when a suspect jumped into the driver's seat and took off with the delivery
Dan,
vehicle.
what do I always say? This has happened before with police cars. This has happened on this show with
If you're going
ambulances.
to stop and be
Cops cut-
taking stuff out of the back of your car, turn
take
off the
the key
car.
out.
Grab the keys. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you?
What is
You're
this
inviting somebody to steal
Also,
your
do you know what
pickle?
happens? Has happened a lot in larger cities. You are on the driver's side filling gas. You've just gotten out of your car. You think everything's chill and cool. Somebody just walks up, opens the passenger side door, grabs your wallet, your whatever you have sitting there. There's a car between you and them, and they already know what's happening, and you don't. So, so at minimum, you are 15 paces behind before it even starts.
What I'm hoping is that this story reveals this suspect is Cavalcante. Because I'm pretty sure that's what. I know he stole a van that had the keys.
What if it was but like they're too
never
embarrassed to say that this was it?
That it was the pickle patrol.
I was hoping it
mobile?
was that stork pickle. This is like a competitor.
Dude, what if this was an inside job, like
Was it
9/11?
Lashers?
Like 9/11. Jay, we don't need to get into it.
What happened?
They stole a pickle van. First time I'm hearing about it.
Police say before they caught up with the suspect, the delivery driver of the pickle patrol followed the suspect with the help of a passerby. So the
Flagged down a car and said,
come on, we're going. Follow
showed
that
him
pickle
the
patrol
badge.
Are you guys in for this? Let's go.
Yeah, whoever those people are, great
Yeah.
too. Be like, yeah, I can do that instead of where I was going.
Yeah, I got the afternoon.
If you're not in a Nick Cage movie and you need to steal a car immediately, don't go with something that's so easily tracked.
Yeah.
This is wearing like a hunter's vest.
This might be the only green car in Akron. Yeah.
Yeah. And they wanted to joyride apparently, so
Yeah.
that's gonna just be
So you're drawing more attention to
Right.
yourself.
But it does make me feel like Joyride, this was just a dare.
Yeah. This
is a
feels
dare.
calculated.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not dangerous. They're just idiots.
Police say they caught up with the suspect. The person who was you touched on him. I'm sorry, we skipped. But the person who was like, get in, I'll help, we'll follow. That person was waiting for that.
That person is like, this is my calling. So he says, we're going to follow things like, you just picked the right guy. Get the fuck in here. Get in here. Get in here.
Yeah.
Let's go.
follow that pickle van. You got it.
I'm the pursuit patrol. You're in the right
Like,
Subaru.
Stranger goes up to a stranger. You ready? Let's go. And the stranger says, I thought you'd never.
Oh, exactly. In my mind, it was, hey man, I saw.
Get in. Shotgun. We're going. Someone steal that pickle mobile? I thought you never
He
asked.
hands him a coffee and an aluminum wrapped ham sandwich. Let's do this.
In a thermos. He's like, I'm ready to go, bitch. Let's do this right now.
As they're driving, he takes a little bit of whiskey. He's like, here, let me top you off. We got it. We got it.
And the other guy, even though they've never met before, turns his left. He's like, "You still doing that?" I love that he's driving
Hands him like a
car.
thing that's like suction cups to remove the windshield so he can shoot through it.
Oh man.
Calls his wife. He's like, it finally happened.
Where was this
She's
storyline?
like, "I'm so happy for you, honey. I'm so happy for you. Go get that pickle mobile. You go get it."
Where was this storyline when we were writing Dumb People?
Oh my god.
Okay. Police say before they caught up to the suspect, which was already like, don't blame us.
Yeah.
This is before. The delivery driver of the pickle patrol followed the suspect with the help of a passerby. The driver told police that the suspect took the stolen van to the Village Thrift and and E Waterloo, I don't know, where he went inside and stole several items.
Yeah. He's gonna pay.
If you're gonna steal, Bloomingdale's.
Right. I mean, thrift store.
Yeah.
It's like I can get away. This is a whole crime of I can get away with this.
And what did
Right.
you need at the thrift store that bad?
Lots of
They're
stuff.
gonna tell you just take it anyway. I used to work at Blockbuster and we would get robbed every day.
No.
And they were like, don't chase the people. And so I would just
We'll make
kind of
another
watch.
copy.
these
We can
guys
get-
fill up their coats and just sort of jog out. The alarm would go off and I'd be like,
Yeah, I guess.
We can get
This
9
company's gonna
more a
fold.
league of their own.
Yeah.
Just let it go.
This company will be around forever. So, wait, hang on one second.
You're leaving? Are you pickle patrol?
yeah.
Oh yeah. Dude, old
Turn it
school.
and show make Mike
Turn
feel
it
more
and
comfortable. Right?
Yeah.
There you go.
Flashbacks.
Right? You can smell it.
He can walk out of here with this.
Yeah, you can.
Payback, bitch.
You don't care. Okay, so he runs into the thrift store where he went inside and stole
Steals
several
some
items.
stuff.
Police caught up with the pickle patrol when they spotted. It makes it cute every time I say it.
The
When they
pickle
spotted
patrol.
the stolen vehicle speeding along South Main Street, police tried to make a traffic stop, but they say the suspect refused and led officers on a short chase.
Oh my God.
During the pursuit, the suspect ran several red lights and
Of
committed
course.
other traffic
Yes.
violations. The chase ended when the suspect drove back to East South Street and then crashed into the back of a building next to into Hope Cafe.
Oh my God.
Which feels so like he just ran into what he needed.
Hope Cafe to me sounds like a 1990s indie movie.
Or a WB show from 2003 to 2019.
Hope Cafe. It's all a bunch of teenagers at work there.
Yeah.
It's all
There's
dark.
like an older guy who's kind of not open-minded. Why are they giving us that detail? What it was next to? He
it's next to
Yeah,
the building
Hope
next
Cafe.
to Hope Cafe.
Just because everyone,
You know Hope Cafe.
Yeah, I think it's
everyone
that.
around
It's
there is
Akron.
like, oh, now I know.
Okay.
What
We've had stories that started out, well, it happened again. And we're like, you're a news organization.
We're not like on a party line.
Right.
Like, but they didn't even use the like hope as like a like all hope was lost
Right,
for
right.
these guys when they
Yeah,
crashed
yeah.
into a building. Came crashing down this Thursday when the Pickle-mobile crashed.
Police have identified the suspect as Lawrence Word of Akron, which he
Word.
walks into every party. What's the word?
W-O-R-D?
Yes,
Word.
W-O-R.
Word is born.
Word and Blade. These are sketch names.
Word and
Yeah,
Blade.
yeah, exactly. I'm Lawrence Word. Like, wipe.
They're the present day Word and Blaine.
Word was taken into custody. Custody after he ran into the basement of the cafe. Okay, so it did matter.
Yeah, man. You crash in the building, you go in the basement. You guys need pickles?
Police said clothing taken from the Village thrift store was found inside the stolen vehicle, and the van was later returned to the business owner. The Akron Pickle, that's who owns the Pickle Patrolmobile,
Don't even understand what they do.
posted on Facebook, "We're beyond grateful that our staff, the community, and our pickle truck were not harmed today." They add, "Thank goodness it turned out to not be a huge dill."
Oh.
No.
Come on.
Lawrence got himself into a bit of a pickle this afternoon.
And we're grateful for everyone who offered help and support, and to the Akron Police Department for their quick reaction in ending the situation safely. I'll ask you guys, just for fun, how old is Lawrence Word? Who wanted the Pickle Patrol
Thought he
and
could steal
needed
it.
to go to the thrift
I
store?
can't believe the company did a pun
Yeah.
You can't.
No.
in the middle
In the middle of their stolen vehicle
and that
store.
they didn't use it as the blow. That was
That's
just
right.
tucked in
Yeah,
there.
you're right.
You know what? Deal with it. I'm going to say 43 years old.
Okay.
Dill or no dill?
I may go 31.
Jay, how old
What
is
did you say?
Lawrence? 43.
What? And you said 31?
31. Lawrence
Don't you
Word.
let that dill go down. All right.
I'm a fool to do your pickle work.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to say 48.
48? Mm-hmm. Lawrence, the Pickle Man Word,
Yeah.
is 38 years old.
Wow.
Who did
said
it?
40?
Who did it?
I said 43. There you go. What did you say?
31.
Okay. All right, right there. 38. There you go. All right, I take us home. Jay, you're going to take us home, and then.
I think
here we
that's
go.
it. I think that's it.
Okay, great.
There you go,
Jay's
Jay.
going to take
I'll
us
have
home.
plugs.
Give us a little taste of what we're going to see on the other side of this. Maryland license plates are advertising something inadvertently. There you go.
Sometimes they don't know. Sometimes you don't know what's on the back of your car, and people don't even pay attention anyway.
Look, we make mistakes at work all the time. Sometimes no one notices. In this case,
Everyone knows.
Everyone notices.
All right, that's it. Dumb People Town. Michael Bryan's with us. We'll find out what Dan Van Kirk is doing on the other side of the break. Don't go anywhere.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.
Townies, we have a great sponsor. So much fun. I want you to tell you about it. You're going to love it. I've been testing my skills on Prize Picks this football season. It's the most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. If
Yes.
you have the skills, you can turn $10 into $250 with just a few taps. Prize Picks offers weekly promotions that can lead to big payouts like Taco Tuesday. Can you guess which day of the week?
That's Tuesday,
I just love
buddy.
stuff like this.
Yeah, me too.
Prize Picks discounts select player projections up to 25% to provide even more value. So you
Yes.
get a little bit of fun on it.
Juice, yeah.
Prize Picks now offers Apple Pay for quick and easy deposits into your account this football season. Love a deposit with Prize Picks.
So I'm making a couple of Prize Picks this week. I'll tell you mine. What I decided to do.
Well, that's when this as of when we're recording.
As of when we're recording this, just to show you some of what the Prize Picks they do.
How fun it is.
Brock Purdy. They have Brock Purdy, quarterback for the San Francisco
Undefeated
49ers.
as of our
undefeated. Said, will he go over or will he achieve 229.5 yards? Is that what he's going to get passing? I believe he will.
Yeah.
Based
I would
on
take
just
the
what
over
he
on
did,
that.
I'd take the over on that. I think
or
he's
that
going to
he'll
hit
hit or
that.
pass it.
Got
So
that's
weapons.
one
He's
of
got 3 weapons. So how about this? If you want to get, and they get right down to it. Zach Wilson, backup quarterback for the Jets. Now,
Not anymore.
Well, I know, but you never know.
Wait, what is it? What's the number?
167.5. So if he plays. I mean,
He's a starter now,
The thing
dude.
is, they're going to have to pass a lot. It's going to be a shootout.
You absolutely do. So, like, Garrett Wilson is going to be okay. He just got the wind knocked out of him. So that to me is an easy one. I'd maybe say yes. He's gonna. I mean, maybe you're a WNBA fan and you say Breanna Stewart, 34.5 points in the game. She's one of the greatest players of all time. I'll take that bet.
You're taking it right now?
Yeah, I am. It's like all these sports and all these things. It's so much
easy.
fun. It's so easy. Apple Pay makes it easy and it gives you a chance. And we got a deal going right now.
tell me.
That's right. Go to prizepicks.com/TPT. Use the code DPT for a first deposit match up to $100.
Nice.
That's prizepicks.com/DPT. Use the code DPT for a first deposit match up to $100. Promo code all lowercase. PrizePicks, daily fantasy sports made easy.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Hope you're doing well and you made it through the break. Okay, Daniel, where can people catch you and see your special taping?
I'm very excited for
11/11?
Jason's story because I love municipal dumbness.
Yes.
But so I want to tell everybody quickly, go to danielvankirk.com. If this is the beginning of November, we're looking at Milwaukee, Lincoln, Cedar Rapids, Indianapolis, Louisville, Rochelle, 2 shows. First show's already sold out. Second one might be by this, but maybe I'll
Probably
add
is.
a quick late night show. That is in Rochelle, Illinois. Go to danielvankirk.com. And then on Saturday, probably tickets are only left for the late show, but go and look. I'm at the Lincoln Lodge filming my first ever special. It's also my recording for my second album. Woo-hoo. It's Rose Gold. I hope all of you are there. Some of you familiar townies and people who are pen pals, you hopefully know the deal. I can get some of you into the after party. And anybody who comes to any show, this is the most fun. Any of you townies, I love you all. Bring dumb headlines. I start a show out by talking to you about them. And the last thing I'll say quickly, there's a lot of stuff we are not allowed to promote these days. So be on the lookout for things we can't promote.
Yeah, there you go. That's it. I love it.
And mark your calendar, right?
Calendar.
For the calendar. Mark the calendar.
Lincoln Lodge is great. That'll be fun.
Dude, I'm
So fun.
excited.
11/11, baby. Make a wish.
Shoot it there. Yeah, so it's all at Daniel Van Kirk. Detgam.
Jay.
I love it. All right, so here we go. Maryland license.
Who was it sent in by?
Sent in by Professor Demerita
Ooh, I thought you were going to say and one.
at Ann McCarthy.
Ann McCarthy.
Is Ann new? I'm not sure.
I like
Thank you, Ann. Maryland license plates now inadvertently advertising Filipino online casino.
This is great.
What?
Filipino online casino.
They have ads. Do all license plates have ads? And I
So
just haven't-
let me.
I feel like I've seen ones that say dmv.gov at the bottom of them. I don't know why, but so they probably did one that was a different.
This to me sounds like the beginning of a musical. It's an online casino. It's Filipino. A Filipino online casino.
Okay. We're getting into how many Maryland drivers.
Who told you about it? Cousin Gino.
Because my guess they did com instead of gov.
Janet Reno. Maryland drivers.
There's a big
with
picture of Janet
license
Rick Pitino.
plate- Maryland drivers with license.
In the restaurant, you can have sex on the table for 15 seconds with Rick Pitino.
and some vino.
Spill a little vino. I was going to say. that.
Sorry.
Maryland drivers with license plates designed to commemorate the War of 1812
Nice.
are now inadvertently advertising a website for an online casino based in the Philippines.
There you go.
They're supporting
great.
Manny Pacquiao by mistake. In 2012, to celebrate the 200th anniversary of the War of 1812, Maryland redesigned its standard license plate to read Maryland War of 1812.
How is that promoting a
Wasn't the
Filipino
war-
online casino?
Wasn't
Yeah.
the war up at the border?
No.
Oh, it was down there?
All right. License, I don't know.
Up at the Canadian border, I thought.
I'm not sure. I don't know enough about that.
Yeah, I thought it was us against Canada, but
Yeah. I'm going to take you and me for the win. But Maryland just wanted to get in on the action.
Look, they
Yeah.
want to
Because they probably sent a lot of people up there.
Yeah,
They were
like,
around back
we
then.
lost a couple people.
Yeah.
that
We lost a lot of good people up there.
Yeah.
At the border.
It's stabbed to death.
I thought
by
you were saying we
Canadians.
lost a lot of good people at that Filipino casino.
Probably have.
Online.
Your
Your uncle succumbed to addiction down at that Filipino casino.
Online.
So anyway, the license plates, which were the default between 2012 and 2016, have the URL www.starspangled200.org printed at the bottom.
www.starspangled.
So this casino is going to be called the Star Spangled Casino.
So
they
sometimes
know.
So if you're a Filipino casino, pro tip,
make
You
sure
might
that
be-
the
oh.
thing is like something
backwards
jingoistically
from-
American.
Nothing
Yeah.
says Filipino casino more than this. So sometime within the last year, www.starspangled200.org stopped telling people about how Marylander Francis Scott Key
they
was
didn't re-up?
inspired to write the national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner, after watching British ships bombard Fort McHenry in Baltimore during the War of 1812, and started instead redirecting to a site called globeinternational.info, in which a blinking bikini-clad woman advertises Philippines' best betting site. Deposit
go.
100, receive 250.
Star Spangled Banger sounds like that
Yeah.
could be.
The
These
issue is
Baltimore. What the hell is this?
Come on, Horn. Let's go, Horn.
the issue.
You ever get on that Star Spangled Banner, Horn?
Learn something.
I want $200.
Get on
It's just-
there,
it's
and
just
there's
Ryan
like a
Sickler.
Filipino casino.
Ryan Sickler. I was looking up to help my daughter with homework.
And I'm
that's
up
a
on
good-
Star
that's a good
Spangled
signal.
Banner.
I know, player.
The issue was, that's really good. Was spotted by a Redditor who said, I was never a fan of having a plate celebrating the War of 1812. All right, we don't care about your opinion about the old one.
I don't like.
Look, I'm
his
not a
soapbox.
big government guy.
I thought you said
cares?
plate, and I'm like, this person just hates commemorative plates.
Listen, I am not a big fan of drones looking into your kitchen. Like, wait,
Like we
what?
asked you about.
cares?
It's so off topic.
Look, I don't like peeing sitting down, but I'll do it if I have to. What was the question? All right.
That's by the way, my dad's big thing is he said, if I ever see a drone come and just hang out outside my bedroom window, I'm going to shoot that thing down.
I'm gonna. That's
Like, that's never going to happen. He's
Dad,
like, well, if
is
it
this
does.
something that you're concerned about on the
Mike,
reg?
this is a pet
Mike.
peeve I didn't have 30 years
Mike.
ago.
We can make this happen.
Let's send a drone.
test his-
Let's send a drone.
Let's see how
Here, Dad.
serious he is about shooting that thing.
And then we'll get all
Hey, Dad.
all of our friends to bet how long before
Put your
he
money
shoots
where
it
your
down.
mouth
Yeah.
is, Dad.
Yeah,
What is there a
he's
drone
like,
outside your window?
I knew it.
I'm looking at you through the
May,
drone's
it's
camera.
May 11th. He's Ray Liotta. It's just his own Henry Hill day. He's like, fucking yo. Yeah.
Dad, what's that outside the window?
Go get the
Finally.
gun.
I know someone wanted to watch me sleep.
I was never a fan of having played celebrating War of 1812, but I'm even more upset now that I and tons of other Marylanders are driving advertisements for international online gambling. Are you really upset about
mean,
it?
who
I hate to be Bill Maher,
It's
but
just
are
a
you
mi-
really that mad?
It's a mistake. Are you really?
Is it worth
okay.
getting that? Okay.
I'm basically doing Kyle Dunnigan.
Only thing worse would have been the original plan about the 1812. He hated that.
Yeah,
He hated that play. But like,
I didn't like the
You
plan,
can think
okay?
it's funny. You can think it's odd and weird. You can point it out and be like, God, the world's dumb.
Yeah.
You can't be mad about this. You can't
Well,
you
I
don't
am.
even get
And I'm also mad about Stonewall Jackson. And if you'll sit down, I'll tell you.
I'll tell you everything. Domain registration information shows that starspangled200.org has been re-registered and transferred a handful of times within the last few years. It's not exactly clear when it stopped being a website about American history. So people don't change their license plates
What's
quickly.
the history about this American history website?
Right.
Maybe we need to get into that.
Right.
Yeah.
The Internet Archive shows that as recently as December 2022, the website explained that the young United States was embroiled in the War of 1812. A Chesapeake Bay region felt the brunt of it.
We're learning.
A snapshot from today, however, explains that extremely lenient laws governing gaming in the Philippines. This is the result of a growing popularity of gambling among tourists in the enormous casino resorts that have been built.
Yep.
A spokesperson for the Maryland Department of Transportation Motor Vehicle Administration told Motherboard that there are currently how many active War of 1812 license
This
plates?
I was going to ask.
So how many mistakes are out
They're
out
gonna
there?
make, are they
just
going to make
right.
those people turn them in?
So I don't know.
I don't know.
This is what we have to find out.
I'm going to guess there's 15,000 of them out there.
Oh, if I'm the
15,000
casino, I'm
mistakes
you can
driving around in
If I'm the
Maryland.
casino, I'm like, you can have this website. It's going to cost you.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Because all
Let's
they
bet
did
for
was
it.
they bought it to route it. You
Red
know
or
what I
black?
mean? It just
Right.
you buy it and then it routes.
Red.
Roll the
Reddit's
dice.
yours,
Reddit's yours. It's
black.
free. Black. You always.
To get one roll. I like that they're more lenient about their gambling. I wonder what that means.
Yeah. They're just,
Just the
like,
laws.
It
Like,
said
who
the
can do it?
extremely.
You can
yeah, I
stand
see.
next to the dealer.
We'll let you spin the ball.
If you lose, you don't have to give your money away.
Right. You get
can-
one do-over.
If you lose, we'll comp your room.
You can double or nothing anything.
Yeah, anytime.
2 trips to the buffet.
You're allowed to bet a pillow.
Just slap it down on the table. Yeah. Well, what happens if I want to split this hand? I'll get another one.
How many cars do you think are out there driving with this bad website on their license plate?
I'm gonna go higher.
Yeah.
15,00001.
Oh, you son of a...
Damn,
You
I think
jerk.
I think it's like 80,000.
Get your answers in.
Because it was probably a long time before
Yeah.
somebody...
It's 4 years of it.
Oh, it's
where they're
4
cranking them
years
out
of it?
from 2012 to
They're
2016.
cranking.
Yeah. You guys want to adjust?
No. I'll stick, but I
Oh, I'm going to adjust to 210,000.
Oh, then I'm adjusting to 84,000.
I'll stay 15,001.
Get your answers in.
Now my
'cause
one makes no sense.
There are currently 798,000 active
Oh, that's
Road 1812
a million cars driving around
because
almost.
this was the
standard license plate from
plate.
2012 to
You know who's
2016.
winning is the gal in the bikini.
Oh yeah,
my
She's
God.
getting a lot.
so much exposure.
You know who's losing? The guy
More
in the,
ways than one, Daniel.
The guy in the license plate office at the DMV who's like, we should start doing tie-ins on each of these license plates.
So
I don't know about other states. I think Illinois maybe has 2, but
It
there's
just shows
9
how-
different California.
It just
plates
shows
you
how
can choose.
little they vet this stuff. They just don't vet it at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the website print on the plates is not owned by the Motor Vehicle Administration. In case anyone's worried,
you.
Right.
The plates design and content originated from the War of 1812 Bicentennial Commission, created in 2007. Star Spangled 200 Incorporated is the nonprofit entity affiliated with the commission that led the efforts to raise funds for bicentennial projects and events, they said. The MVA does not endorse the views or content on current website using that URL and is working with the agency's IT department to identify options to resolve the current issue. You can either recall the plates or fix the website. That is your choice.
I'm saying they're like, we'll let you fix it. It's just going to cost you.
Would have been great if they were like, and they actually like the casino. No, they have to come out and say like, we don't endorse, we don't love it.
So what if they change it to someone else is going to buy that website and change it to like porn, OnlyFans?
Yeah, it's
of
gonna be a
the
porn.
War of 1812 or something like that.
I mean, unless the casino goes under, all you have to do is do what they should and just auto pay it.
Just like it's a website where like an old woman's like, you want to see a musket disappear? We're like,
Hey, no, I do not.
No, we do not.
OnlyFans of the War of 1812.
Hey, you better save that idea.
I will.
There you go.
Pretty good.
That's it. So don't be short-sighted when you put a website up on
Just
a license plate.
vet your stuff.
Yeah. Go to the website once.
Yeah. Go forever.
Auto-pay.
All right, there you go.
The name of the podcast is called Business Trips with Mike O'Brien and our buddy Brad Morris. Check it out. It's going to be your new favorite podcast. Subscribe, leave comments, enjoy it, love it. Support all of us when we're on the road and see us. This is the way to do it right now while we're in the midst of 2 strikes. Supporting us live in LA or out on the road is the way to do it. We love you guys. And oh shit, we got to get back to work. Bye.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.